Hi, and welcome to the first video on equations. In this video, we're going to learn how to describe what an equation is. So let's take a look. An equation is a mathematical statement used to say that two expressions have the same value. What does that mean? Well, 3 plus 10 equals 13 is a true equation because 3 plus 10 does equal 13, and 2 plus 2 equals 17 is a false equation. We're showing that the left-hand side, 3 plus 10, equals the right-hand side, which is 13. Those are two mathematical statements, and they are equal because they have the same value. If an equation contains pronumerals, we don't know if it's true or false until we substitute a value for that pronumeral. For example, x plus 5 equals 7 is true only if x equals 2, and it's false for anything else. What's the difference between an expression and an equation? Well, an expression is a statement with no equal signs. For example, x plus 6 and 9y minus 1. Those pronumerals could have absolutely any value. We can substitute them in. An equation, however, is a statement with an equal sign. So x plus 6 equals 11 is an equation with only one possible solution for x equal to 5. And for 9y minus 1 equals 8, there is only one solution that makes that true, and that is y equals 1. In order to write equations from sentences, we need to know the meaning of some words and what symbols can be used to replace those words. For example, we're going to write an equation for some sentences. Let's say we had the sum of x and 5 is 22. Sum means plus, and x and 5 are the things that we're going to be plussing together. Is 22 means that it's going to equal 22. So writing that as a statement, the sum of x and 5 is x plus 5, and is 22 is equal to 22. That is an equation. Let's say we had the number of cards in a deck is equal to x. In 7 decks, there are 91 cards, and I want to write an equation for that. Well, x is the number of cards in a deck. I have 7 of them, so that's 1 deck, 2 decks, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decks. And if I add them all together, I get 91. That is an equation. It's not the most simplified equation, but it is an equation nonetheless. I can simplify it by saying that 7 lots of x equals 91. Now, some of the work that we did earlier on in the year with algebraic statements says that we don't actually need that multiplication symbol, so I could have just written that as 7x equals 91. All three of these equations are representative of that sentence. Let's say we have Jason and his age is currently J. J stands for a number. In 5 years' time, his age will be 17. So his age is currently J, and in 5 years' time, his age will be 17. Now, there's no word there that says plus or total or and, but this is a plus question. We start off at J, that's his current age, and in 5 years' time means that we're going to be adding 5 years onto his age. Then the answer will be 17, so we write equals 17. J plus 5 equals 17 is our equation for this sentence. The last one is a hard one, and I'm putting this one in there for those of you that are okay with the equations ideas so far, and we want to move on to the next level. Shay earns dollars per year. That W could stand for $50,000 or $100,000, we don't know. She spends 1/12 on sport and 2/13 on food. The total amount she spends on sport and food is $15,000. Let's say she spends 1/12 of her income on sport. That is 1/12 of the W dollars that she earns in that year. So 1/12 times W. That's what she spends on sport. She spends 2/13 on food. So we're going to add on 2/13 lots of the amount that she earns in the year. The total amount, which means equals, is going to be $15,000. And so we get an equals 15,000. Again, I can rewrite this statement without the time symbols. And actually, there's a lot of ways that I can simplify this. I can actually add those W's together. But for now, we're going to be leaving it like that and say that these two equations represent the sentence. This is a hard one. If you're not sure about this one, if you want to know more, ask tomorrow in class. So what should you write? We'll start off with a heading of equations, and then what an equation is. You got an example of an equation, an expression there on the screen, and then two of the 4 examples that I went through in the video. So that's it. Hopefully you know the difference between an equation and an expression, and you can even create some yourself. Good luck.